Hello. I am in the process of actually making supper, and no better time than while I'm doing something like, playing with knives than to do a Periscope, right? So as you can see, the title of this is called Why Do I Feel Discouraged? And it reminds me of that old hymn, Why Do I Feel Discouraged, the sorrow song. And I want to talk to a few of you guys about the fact that we are in the middle of the month of March. And, some people that are pushing for some of these really big promotions are starting to feel maybe the pressure. And I think sometimes that can be very distracting for us. I think sometimes our minds get the best of us, and that we allow for our brains to play games. And so I just wanted to speak to that for a minute because, in all reality, a lot can happen in 2 weeks, and a lot is still going on. So I wanted to talk to you about, you guys, I'm shredding rotisserie chicken right now. I'm going to make some Asian ramen stir fry. I'm super excited about it because I've never tried it before. I got some gluten-free ramen noodles, but not with the the soup, like the sodium-filled stuff. It's just the noodles that are gluten-free. Anyways, it can be very easy to look at the calendar and say, oh gosh, well, I've only got a couple weeks left, and I've still got boxes to fill, or I still have volume that I need to get, and this person was supposed to sign up, but then they decided that they didn't want to. And I understand that it can be very discouraging, but I want to encourage you to keep going anyway. So the reason why I wanted to address this is because there's still a lot that you can do in this amount of time. So one thing that you can do, and I know that we're going to be talking about this later on with some of you guys, one thing that you can do is, of course, go and look at your follow-up list, okay? If you don't have a follow-up list already, make one. If you're in Team Freedom and Fortune, Susan was awesome enough to post that. I think the original creator of that was Amanda Goforth. But doing some sort of follow-up sheet, and then go through all of your old messages, text messages, Facebook messages, Instagram direct messages, and you'd be amazed at how many that you've had a conversation with that the conversation ended and then you forgot about it. I have a pretty good excuse about forgetting right now. I'm like 3 weeks shy of having this little baby, and so I forget a lot. And if I don't write it down, then I'm not going to follow up. But today I've just been go through old leads. So that's one thing that you can do, is just go through your old leads and make sure you follow up with them. And I would not recommend starting out by saying, hey, are you ready to try this? Whatever it is. Have a conversation with them first. Don't make them feel like you're trying to perform a sale. Another thing that I recommend that you do is go ahead and check your volume in eSuite. And one thing that you can do is go ahead and look at whose auto ships are about to run and get in touch with them and just say, hey, I wanted to let you know that our new cleanse has been having amazing results. In fact, it's been on back order. Would you like to go ahead and give it a try? Basically, you're doing what every salesperson does. Have you guys ever been checking out and they offered you something? You never know until you ask. And I have been in that position so many times where somebody says, hey, would you like to add this to your order? I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds good. Let me go ahead and do that. And so just recommend, or if you guys had been talking about something and they have perk points. Now, obviously you want to, because you don't get credit for the perk points, you want to try to get the sale above what their available perk points are. So if they have, say 25 perk points, you're going to push for something more like the wraps or the facials, something that's that's going to leave you with having BV. The other thing that you can do in addition to that, as far as existing loyals, see if you had any customers who last month their credit card declined, and you didn't catch it because you didn't run it. You know, we all do that. I mean, some people forget to do it. Some people just don't have time to do it, but it's still okay. Go back and look at your credit card declines. Go through, and the best way to do that for me is going through TreeViewer and showing where it says loyal customers. Click on view loyal customers, and then go through and look at your loyal customers and see what they are. My husband's mowing outside, making faces at me. See what their orders were, and see if their order declined, and try to touch base with them instead of waiting until the end of the month to do that. Another thing that you can do, hold on, just dropped a bone. Another thing that you can do is reach out to people. Don't be afraid to ask. Go through your old post. So go into your, go into your Facebook and look at your old post and see if you missed anybody commenting or liking, and then touch base with them. What I recommend you do in that scenario is that you just reach out and say, hey, thanks so much for the love on my post about the greens. I'm here if you ever have any questions. If you're just getting started, there's another way to do that that's a little bit more direct that might help you get that order. But those are just a few of the ways that you can increase your volume. Now, I will tell you, I made a Periscope earlier today about living the blitz. You should be trying to create new leads every single day, because we are a business, right? So say you owned a business with a storefront, right? And you would want new people to come into your store every day, right? You want new clientele. So if we are business owners, why would we not want the same thing? We want people who are going to come in, or we are going to want people that we have new contact with, and we're going to want to try to help them with their health or wellness goals. Now remember, it's about them, not us. So create new leads every day. That's living the blitz. I yesterday got 2 more contacts. Today I got a couple more contacts. I'm going to be following up with those people. One of the ways that I do that is on Facebook. When I meet them, in addition to getting their contact info, I will try to get them on Facebook. Now I will tell you, making sure I've got everything. I will tell you, it is important to get both. Okay, so one of the girls that I got her information from yesterday, I had only done the Facebook because I was in a hurry. There were people behind me a couple months ago. And I had only had her friend request me on Facebook. Well, yesterday when I was talking to her, there was no, I'm sorry. When I was talking to her yesterday, I said, hey, can I just go ahead and get your info? I said, we never connected on Facebook. She goes, yeah, I never get on Facebook. So for me, I wanted to make sure, and then I just messaged her today, and we're going to reconnect. So make sure that you're getting both avenues of contact info. So does anybody have any questions about things that you can do? I don't see anything. Hey, Brianna. Y'all, pardon me looking down. I am trying to make sure I got all the meat from this rotisserie chicken. I'm really excited about this. I've never made this before. We'll see how it turns out. I'm going to try broccolini. Hold on, baby. Okay. So again, make sure that you're touching base with old customers, checking credit card declines. But more than anything, don't give up because half the month is over, you know? We still have a lot of time, and I've seen a lot happen in a very short amount of time. So stay encouraged. I'm going to wash my hands. so I can turn this off. But I hope you guys have a great night, and be blessed. If you have any questions, just message me.